Hello students, myself Professor Attarde from Department of Pharmacognosy. Here I welcome you to the session on amino acid pathways. The learning outcome for students, the amino acid basics, amino acid properties, amino acid occurrence in protein, in which form it occurs, biosynthesis of amino acid, its outlook, its biosynthetic families and amino acid biosynthesis family wise in detail, and alkaloids which derive from the amino acids we will learn at a glance. Now basic part, amino acids occur in a plants both in free state and as the basic units of protein and other metabolites. These are the compounds containing one or more amino groups, one or more carboxylic group, and they found in the nature as the alpha amino acid with its asymmetric carbon atom and general formula. This is a general formula in which this carbon is having the asymmetric form. There are 20 different amino acids. These have been isolated from proteins. All have L configuration. The amino acids which are with the D configuration from the plant and microorganisms, they participate to form mainly antibiotic polypeptides. This is the L amino acid, this is the D amino acid form, and here you can see asymmetric carbon in its structural formula. Now amino acid mainly contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen as the main elements. Others if present like sulfur, for example in cysteine. If it is present iodine, example is the thyroxine. More than one amino group, it is found in lysine, diaminocaproic acid. More than one carboxylic acid, that is found in aspartic acid, aminosuccinic acid, and amino acids which is aromatic in nature, for example phenylene and alanine. Heterocyclic amino acids such as proline, which is a pyrrolidine nucleus, tryptophan, which is having the indole nucleus, histidine, which is having the imidazole nucleus. Human beings cannot generate these all 20 amino acids, so they have to derive from its plant source, and therefore they are categorized under essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. Now property wise, amino acids, they are soluble in water but slightly soluble in alcohol. In general test, within an hydrogen solution, if it is warm, it gives either pink, blue, violet color, except proline which gives yellow color. Now occurrence in protein. Alpha-alanine, arginine, asparagine, they are abundant in etiolated seedlings. Aspartic acid, aminosuccinic acid, they are involved in the biosynthesis of purines. Cysteine, dicysteine, they are present in hair and insulin. 3,5-iodothyroxine is present in thyroid gland. Glutamic acid, component of the folic acid. Glutamine, which is free in plants, for example in sugar beet. Histidine and alpha hydroxylysine, which is present in gelatin. Now at a glance, we'll see how biosynthesis of amino acid takes place from the glycolysis and how the TCA cycle various components involved in the biosynthesis of amino acids. So here we'll begin first with, so I'll zoom the part for you. Here we can see the glucose, it gives fructose 1,6-biphosphate. Further it gives 3-phosphoglycerides. This is the glycolysis part. Now this may get involved for the formation of serine, which may give you glycine further. The serine on acetylation forms O-acetylserine, which further forms cysteine. So this is a one family of amino acid formation which is called serine glycine cysteine family. This is the one. Or sometime further, when further glycolysis takes place, this phosphoenol pyruvate, this get involved with erythrose 4-phosphate. Erythrose 4-phosphate which comes from your photosynthesis, and this may lead to formation of the aromatic amino acids through formation of shikimate. So this is a shikimic acid pathway. We already learned that how phosphoenol pyruvate and erythrose 4-phosphate, they condense to form a linear 7-carbon structure, and which cyclizes further to quinic acid, and that gives you shikimic acid, which is also called shikimate, which further gives you chorismate. This chorismate may follow one path with the formation of anthranilate through anthranilase synthesis, which gives the tryptophan, or it may give prephenate and that may lead to formation of phenylalanine and tyrosine. So this aromatic amino acid, this make another group, or we say the family of biosynthetic formation of amino acids. Now, if this phosphoenol pyruvate, it further goes, glycolysis gives the pyruvate, which further gives the acetyl-CoA, and this lead to the entrance to the TCA cycle. This is a TCA cycle for the formation with the citrate and this isocitrate, oxalosuccinate, alpha-ketoglutarate, succinate, fumarate, malate, and oxaloacetate. Now these two things, alpha-ketoglutarate and oxaloacetate, they get diverted with formation of amino acid. So this alpha-ketoglutarate, this may lead to the formation of glutamate through transamination reactions. This we are going to see in detail. So this is the glutamate family whole. So glutamate forms first, so it is a glutamate family. So it may give you glutamine, histidine, through ornithine, citrullinase, it gives arginine, or it may give you proline. So this sets one family through alpha-ketoglutarate formation. In another part, if this oxaloacetate, this gets involved with the formation of aspartate, or we say aspartic acid, which transaminate to form aspargine. Now, further it may give rise to phosphorylates, it may get phosphorized to 4-phosphates, and further it lead to the formation of dipicolinate, and that further gives you lysine type of amino acid. Or this may get converted to the homoserine, which get phosphorylated, and that may give you threonine, which further gives formation of isoleucine. Or this may divert with the cysteine, this amino acid, this gets involved, that this cysteine is a sulfur containing amino acid, so this may lead to the formation of homocysteine and the methionine. So this is a aspartate family of amino acid. Or your pyruvate from here, this just lead to the formation of either valine or leucine, or by simple amination it may give you alanine. So at a glance, this is a biosynthesis of amino acid, and this gives rise to different families of, we say the different biosynthetic family of amino acids. So as per the biosynthesis of amino acid is regarded as a member of 6 families. So these 6 families are glutamate family, just now we had seen, aspartate family, alanine, valine, leucine family, serine, glycine family, aromatic amino acid family, and ribose 5-phosphate family. So we'll see this again in detail, which is a metabolic precursor. Just now we had seen from TCA cycle, if alpha-ketoglutamate is involved for the formation of glutamates, this glutamate formation, this amino acid family is the glutamate family, and this gives rise to formation of another amino acids like ornithine, which further gives arginine, or it may give you proline, which further give hydroxyproline. This is the first family. Second, in aspartate family, which is coming from the another component of TCA cycle, that is oxaloacetate. So this may give aspartate to homoserine, just now we had gone through in detail, which may give you threonine, threonine may give you isoleucine, or homoserine with the cysteine, it may lead to the formation of methionine. Next, if pyruvate directly involved for the formation of this type of amino acids like alanine, valine, leucine family, so it may give you this amino acids. So we will see in further slides the detailed formation of it. Or in its initial stage of glycolysis of glucose, 3-phosphoglycerate may get involved for the formation of serine and glycine in this manner. That is, serine may give you cysteine, or it may give you glycine. And the fifth part, that is the aromatic amino acid family through the shikimic acid formation. So shikimic acid pathway mainly involving phosphoenol pyruvate, erythrose 4-phosphate with the formation of corysmic acid, which gives phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptamine. And the sixth one, pentose phosphate pathway, which forms ribose 5-phosphate family, which is a precursor, and it gives the amino acid histidine. So we'll see all is in detail. So in this biosynthesis, both formation will see in detail that this alpha ketoglutarate from TCA. So if it is transaminated, it gives the glutamic acid. You can see transamination at this keto group. So that happens. And further, one more involvement at this keto group, it gives the glutamine. Similarly, oxaloacetic acid with transamination, it introduces one by one formation at this keto amino group and at this keto second amino group. So glutamine and asparagine, they form sequentially, and how it is involved, that we'll see. So once this glutamine is formed, this involves this glutamic acid for the formation of glutamic lambda semialdehyde, which lead to the formation of ornithine, which further gives the arginine. This formation of this amino acid ornithine and arginine is very important because this gives rise to very important group of alkaloids like tryptophan. That is your tropane group of alkaloids from ornithine. So this further it may give cyclizes to formation of delta 1 pyrroline 5-carboxylic acid. Here you can see this is the delta 1 pyrroline group with 5-carboxylic acid, which may lead to the formation of proline. This here you can see how double bond has went away, and the hydroxyproline with the introduction of hydroxyl group. So hydroxyproline, proline, and ornithine and arginine, they form from glutamate group, and various other enzymes are involved, various steps are involved, therefore it is shown like this type of arrow. In aspartate family, the homoserine forms from aspartate. This is a 4C compound, and another amino acid which is a sulfur-containing amino acid cysteine, they condense to form cystaenthionine, which with the loss of amino group and pyruvate will lead to the formation of homocysteine. This homocysteine further gives the methionine. So how aspartic acid give rise to methionine, this is one part. Then in the previous part, the glycolysis of this glucose gives the pyruvic acid before entering to the TCA cycle. So under transamination, it gives directly the alanine type of amino acid. More detail how it is involved for the formation of valine and leucine, that we'll see. Pyruvic acid, it may give to rise to alpha acetolactic acid, which further gives alpha keto beta hydroxy isovaleric acid, which may be forms alpha beta dihydroxy isovaleric acid. You can see here the changes in the groups from here. You can see here this group changed to keto and how it is involved with hydroxylation. So isovaleric acid, that forms with alpha keto isovaleric acid. This forms over here, and which finally gives amino acid valine. Or this further continues with the acetate condensation, the involvement of the acetate condensation. This may give you beta hydroxy beta carboxy isocapric acid, which may further give dimethyl citraconic acid. So here you can see how the group changes are done over here. Here dehydrogenation occurs at this level, and this hydroxyl group get involved over this carbon. Here it changes, you can see that forms alpha hydroxy beta carboxy isocaproic acid, which further gives alpha keto beta carboxy isocaproic acid. See, this undergoes various changes. This hydroxyl group becomes a keto, and this alpha keto isocaproic acid, this undergoes the transamination as Z group, that gives you leucine. So here in whole slide it is shown that how under this pyruvic acid that lead to the formation of valine and leucine type of amino acid. Now serine glycine family biosynthesis. Here 3-phosphoglyceric acid from initial hydrolysis of glucose, or we say glycolysis. This gives 3-phospho hydroxypyruvic acid. Here you can see how the keto is changes in this group at this level, and this forms 3-phosphoserine which convert it to the serine, and that gives rise to the compound glycine in further. So that family is called serine glycine family biosynthesis. Now this is a shikimic acid pathway for the formation of aromatic amino acid. We had seen already. Now again little discussion we'll do over it, that phosphoenol pyruvate from the glycolysis of glucose forms, which is a 3 carbon and 4 carbon erythrose 4 phosphate that comes from the your photosynthesis, that condense to form 2 keto 3 deoxy 7 phospho D-glucohaptenoic acid. This cyclizes to form 3 dehydroquinic acid, which further lead to the formation of 3 dehydroshikimic acid. You can see it over here, and because of the change in this group here, it dehydrogenated by the loss of this hydroxyl group, and further it leads to the formation of shikimic acid. This shikimic acid gets phosphorylated at this group to form 3 phosphates, and further again with phosphoenol pyruvate, how this gets converted to the chorismic acid. So here chorismic acid set a path that it may go to the formation of prephenic acid formation. You can see the changes over this group, or it may lead to the formation of anthranylic acid. Here you can see how changes are there, and anthranyl synthase they set the path for this formation. So either prephenic acid or anthranylic acid, which forms from the chorismic acid, and further this anthranylic acid may go with the serine to form the tryptophan. This type of alkaloids, this type of amino acid forms, which is in sometimes indole type of the ring involved. Or here you can see it may give rise to the phenylpyruvic acid or para-hydroxyphenylpyruvic acid. You can see the hydroxyl group at para position, and further this may give you phenylalanine, or it may give you tyrosine. So 3 amino acids generates, which is the aromatic type. You can see this is a phenyl ring, and 3 groups are there, 3 carbon. So C6C3, this forms this type of the aromatic amino acid, which forms from shikimic acid pathway. Now which alkaloids they form from amino acid, that we'll see at a glance. Alkaloids derived from histidine, so that is a imidazole alkaloids, pilocarpine, or alkaloids which are derived from lysine, piperidine alkaloids, lobeline, piperine, quinazoline alkaloids, lupinin. These are the examples of alkaloid. INE states alkaloids. Indolizidine alkaloids, that is a castanospermine. Alkaloids which are derived from ornithine. We had seen how glutamates is involved for the formation of ornithine. So pyrrolidine alkaloids, which forms from the ornithine, that is hygrine, stachydine. Tropane alkaloid, this I told, atropine, very important, hyoscine, hyoscyamine, cocaine. Pyrrolizidine alkaloid, that is a senesinoine. Alkaloids derived from tyrosine, that is phenylethylamine alkaloid like ephedrine, mescaline. Alkaloids which are derived from tryptophan. We have seen the aromatic amino acid formation. So indole alkaloids, serotonin. Quinoline alkaloids, quinine, quinidine, cinchonine, cinchonidine. Terpenoid indole alkaloids, vindoline, reserpine, vincristine, vinblastine. Ergot alkaloids like ergonovine, ergotamine, that forms from amino acids. So here we just see how most important secondary metabolites they generate through amino acid pathway in glands. So this I took it from Truzenemans, 16th edition, and from Rangari. So thank you. Happy learning.